Literary pieces in different genres. Science fiction. Tomorrowland, a film. About the literary piece. Tomorrowland, also known as Project T in some regions and subtitled A World Beyond in some other regions, is a 2015 American science fiction mystery adventure film directed and co-written by Brad Bird. Bird co-wrote the film's screenplay with Damon Lindelof from an original story treatment by Bird, Lindelof, and Jack Jensen. The film stars George Clooney, Hugh Laurie, Britt Robertson, Rafi Cassidy, Tim McGraw, Catherine Hahn, and Keegan-Michael Key. In the film, a delusioned genius inventor Clooney and a teenage science enthusiast Robertson embark to an intriguing alternate dimension known as Tomorrowland, where their actions directly affect their own world. Walt Disney Pictures originally announced the film in June 2011 under the working title 1952 and later retitled it to Tomorrowland. After the futuristic-themed land found at the Disney theme parks, in drafting their story, Bird and Lindelof took inspiration from the progressive cultural movements of the space age, as well as Walt Disney's optimistic philosophy of the future, notably his conceptual vision for the planned community known as Epcot. Principal photography began in August 2013 with scenes shot at multiple locales in 5 countries. Tomorrowland was released in convention and IMAX formats on May 22, 2015, and was the first theatrical film to be released in Dolby Vision and Dolby Cinema. Upon its release, the film received mixed reviews from critics, earning praise for its original premise, acting, musical score, action, visuals, and themes, but criticism in regards to the screenplay's uneven writing and tone and the lack of focus on the titular city. The film grossed $209 million worldwide against a total production and marketing cost of $330 million, losing Disney $120 to $140 million. Though these figures do not take into account revenue from home media, merchandising, and syndication. About the plot, inventor Frank Walker addresses an unseen audience about the future. When he was a young boy, Frank attended the 1964 New York World's Fair to sell his prototype jetpack. It is rejected by Judge David Nix on the basis that it doesn't work. Frank is approached by a young girl, Athena, who hands him a blue label pin with an orange T embossed on it, telling him to follow her onto Walt Disney's It's a Small World attraction at the fair's Pepsi Cola pavilion. Frank obeys and sneaks onto the ride, where the pin is scanned by a laser and he is transported to Tomorrowland, a futuristic cityscape where advanced robots fix his jetpack, allowing him to fly and join the secretive world. Frank passes the narration to the optimistic teenager Casey Newton. In the present, Casey repeatedly sabotages the planned demolition of a NASA launch site in Florida. Her father Eddie is a NASA engineer but faces losing his job. Casey is eventually caught and arrested at the police station. She finds a pin in her belongings, which appears similar to the pin young Frank was given by Athena, but colored oppositely. While touching it, the pin transports her to Tomorrowland. Her adventure is cut short when the pin's battery runs out, frustrating her. With help from her younger brother, Nate, Casey finds a Houston memorabilia store related to the pin. The owners, Hugo Gernsback and his wife, Ursula, attack her when she is unable to divulge where she got the pin, insisting that Casey knows about a little girl. Athena, who gave Casey the pin, bursts in and defeats the owners, actually audio animatronics, who self-destruct, blowing apart the shop. After Casey and Athena steal a car, Athena reveals she is an animatronic, purpose to find and recruit people who fit the ideas of Tomorrowland. Athena drops Casey off outside an adult Frank's house in Pittsfield, New York. The reclusive, cynical Frank declines Casey's request to take her to Tomorrowland, having been banished from it years ago. Inside Frank's house, Casey finds a probability counter marking the end of the world. Frank warns her that the future is doomed, but she disagrees, thus lowering the counter's probability. Animatronic assassins arrive to kill Casey, but she and Frank escape, meeting Athena in the woods outside Frank's house. Frank resents Athena for lying to him about her true nature, but reluctantly agrees to help them get to Tomorrowland. Using a teleportation device, the three travel to the top of the Eiffel Tower. Frank explains that Gustave Eiffel, Jules Verne, Nikola Tesla, and Thomas Edison co-founded Plus Ultra, a secret society of futurists, creating Tomorrowland in another dimension, free to make scientific breakthroughs without abstraction. The trio use an antique rocket hidden beneath the Eiffel Tower called the Spectacle to travel to Tomorrowland. There, they find Tomorrowland in a state of decay. David Nix, now Tomorrowland's governor, greets them. They travel to a Takayan machine invented by Frank, which accurately predicted the worldwide catastrophe. Casey refuses to accept the world will end, causing the future to temporarily alter, while Frank attempts to convince David to listen. He refuses and intends to have the group leave tomorrow. Casey realizes the tachyon machine is telling humanity that the world will end. Cheating a self-fulfilling prophecy, they confront David, who admits he tried to prevent the future by projecting such images to humanity as a warning. Instead, they embrace the apocalypse, refusing to act to make a better future for their world. Believing that humanity simply gave up, David has also given up and intends to allow the apocalypse to happen. Casey, Frank, and Athena attempts to use a bomb to destroy the machine, leading to a fight with David. The bomb is accidentally thrown through a portal to an uninhabited island on Earth. The explosion pinning David's leg, Athena sees a vision of the future where Frank is shot by David, and she jumps in the way of his attack. Mortally wounding herself, making peace with Frank, Athena activates her self-destruct sequence, destroying the machine, which falls on David, killing him. In the present, Casey and Frank lead Tomorrowland, recruit Eddie and Nate, and create a new group of recruitment. Animatronics like Athena, whom they were addressing at the beginning of the film, given pins, the animatronic children set out to recruit new dreamers and thinkers of Tomorrowland. That's all. Thank you.